Hi, this is Claire Batista from the Claire Batista Golf Academy. Today we are going to talk about how to hit a driver. A lot of people find it's hard to hit a driver and would rather use a fairway wood off the tee, but we are going to show you how to hit this driver really well and really far. Before we do that, please go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you'd like, also drop me a comment. So let's talk about driver. There's a few things first. The driver in itself, the loft that you use, the shaft, the flex of the shaft is a big deal. So one, if you are getting new clubs or thinking about a new driver, I would suggest that you get fitted by a PGA professional for a club fitting, for a driver fitting. I do have, mine is a 10.5 degrees of loft. I would suggest, and we find women who, or seniors that have a little slower swing speed, we want a little more loft. Helps the ball get up higher, easier, and actually gets more carry than if we hit it too low. So if you can get fit for a club, even if you have a club and you're not sure it's adjusted correctly, you can go to a fitter and they can help you put your club in the right settings. When we talk about the height of the tee, I'm going to suggest first that when you tee it up, about half the ball of the club is over the top of the club. So half the ball up over the top. So it's going to be pretty high to start with. Then as you start working on your driver swing, you may find a particular height that you want that ball. Some higher, some lower, whatever works for you is fine, but that's where I would start. Setup, we are going to play the ball off the inside of your left heel. So pretty far forward in your stance compared to all your other clubs. The thing with the driver, which is so different, it's a totally different swing than your irons, is we're trying to hit the ball on the upswing with your driver. Everything else, we're trying to hit the ball on the downswing. That's one of the reasons why we put the ball forward in your stance. That is going to help us hit that ball on the upswing. The second thing we're going to do is go a little bit wider in your stance. So irons about shoulder width, fairway width's a little bit further. You may even find your driver, you go a little further than that. That gives you a good base, helps us maybe get a little more power as we swing through the ball, because we're going to get your power from the ground. As you set up, because we're trying to hit this ball in the upswing, the other thing we're going to do is tilt the shoulders. So the right, if you're a right-handed golfer, the right shoulder will tilt a little bit. So a lot of times you may see people kind of set up, they put their hand here and they reach down to just above their knee, and then they put their hand on the club. And that's just a way to get a very consistent shoulder tilt. So if you find that works for you, go ahead and do that. But we do want the irons, fairway woods, you would have your shoulders a little more parallel to the ground. The right shoulder might be a little bit lower because your right hand's a little lower on the club. But with the driver, we're actually going to tilt. You may even feel a little more weight on the back foot or your right foot as we're getting ready to set up to this. Now, the other thing that changes with the driver is the backswing, so the swing plane, okay? Because the ball is up in the air, we can swing this club a little bit what we call flatter or more around us. If I go ahead and try to swing this like a 9-iron and get the club up here, I will find that I have like no room to come through. I'll feel all jammed and I will not hit a very good shot. I didn't have a lot of power. I actually hit that ball on the downswing, so I popped it up. So the main thing, again, on that backswing is that we get that swing plane a little more around, or what we call flatter. So this is upright. This is a little bit flatter. And that's how you start getting more distance and straighter shots with your driver. If you like this tip, follow me on Facebook and Instagram and subscribe to my YouTube channel.